at the sixth, seventh, and eighth grade level. I've always taught at the high school level, and I've always taught college students. So this is new for me. So thank you. It's good to be here at the sixth, seventh, and eighth grade level. I've
Yes.
always taught at the high school level, and I've always taught college students. So this is new for me. So thank you. It's good to be here at the sixth, seventh, and eighth grade level. I've
Yes.
always taught at the high school level, and I've
Okay.
always taught college students. So this is new for me. So thank you. It's good to be here at the sixth, seventh, and eighth grade. Why is it repeating like that? I've always taught at the high school level,
I don't know.
and
There's
I've
a,
always taught
a
college
echo.
students. So this is new for me. So thank you. It's good to be here.
Okay, good. Evelyn. Evelyn,
Yeah.
Yes, good morning.
good morning.
Hey, sister.
And greetings to all from Brooksville, and greetings to my relatives. That I use this as an opportunity to see retired military Norma Dumas in New Jersey and Detroit. So hopefully they can all have an enjoyable time with the message and the conversation this morning. Thank you, Imani.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Henderson. We're going to cut it short for those who are regulars on the Lifeline. At the end, we may come back to you since we have an international guest with us this morning. So I don't know who is this TCL 9185W. And then I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Ailes, and I'll let him handle it from there. Okay, Dr. Ailes, it's on you.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. Praise God. And once again, thank you all for being on the Lifeline here. I want to your members here, and I look forward to building the bridge, building the bridge that we're having technical difficulties as well. But once again, so um, you all know that I visited. I had the humble opportunity to go back home and visit Ghana in our last 2 weeks, and last week I attempted to report and to articulate all of the positive vibes first and getting in contact and connection with my ancestors, but then being hosted at the palace there in King Ature's palace there in Elmina, and received our African names there as well, and we made such a connection with also Nana El Shabazz that I wanted to invite them onto now the Lifeline and to introduce them to our family here, and then give them the opportunity to talk to all of us about. Good morning. I see you now, Nana. Oh my goodness. Blessings to you. Blessings to all of my family members there in the palace there in Elmina, in Ghana. Nana, I came back, I told them I have been changed. I came back singing, I know I have been changed. You know, I thought as a pastor that I was going to come over to Ghana and preach the gospel there, but I found out the gospel was already there. And so without further ado, Yeah. Without further ado, I'm gonna turn it over to you, your Majesty, His Royal Highness, Nana of the Fanti tribe there in Ghana. Nana, over to you.
Thank you very much. Greetings to the family over in the United States. It's good to have you here. You know, when we meet a meeting of this nature, it looks like we are sitting in the same room discussing and arbitrating. It's good to have you. In my village here, it is a big community. We have 4 communities under me, and we have a lot of service to offer, especially the children. But I think we'll get there. So it's my humble. I have my spokespersons here, Nana Shabazz, and then and others. So alongside they will be talking with me. So it's good to have you.
It is so good to have you as well, and thank you. And I too, I had this the book. I remember you signed the book that I had purchased while I was over there, titled Echoes from the Motherland.
He's the author of the book.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So is this Kobina? Is this Kobina Kadua or Kobina?
Yes,
you are right. Kobina Kadua. Yes, my brethren. Yes.
But you know one thing? I'm the second born of the family, and he's the 12th born. Is the 12th born.
Wow. Awesome.
So we are blessed to be part of this deliberations. And when His Majesty said to me, you are inviting him for a Zoom call, it was like, I need to stop everything and be present. So I am glad to be here. Nana Akufo is also right here. And we are very glad to share this platform with you and the rest of the family back in the States.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am so blessed right now beyond words. Thank you so very much for taking the time. And I do not take this for granted. Not one bit. And wanting to stay true to my word, connecting the community there to the community here, because we are all one, practicing that principle of Ujima, which is unity.
Unity.
So yes, absolutely. But in your book, I found it riveting.
Is it the network?
So what
Imani, it says you're the host now.
okay. So what does the title Nana, Nana, means? What does that mean?
Nana mean king.
Means king?
Yeah, so when we say Nana, it is a title given to a person who occupies a revered position in our society. So the title could be a stool title, or it could be a grandfather or a grandparent. So that is how it is good. But if it is from a royal family, then you are Nana, you are a king, His Majesty, and then those titles follows. But if you are a family head, it also applies. So it is a title given to a revered people in the society. Make it.
Is it gender specific? Does it apply?
No.
Okay.
So it more Nana more is a gender specific like male, but there are some instances where women occupy male stool. If a woman occupy a male stool, then that name Nana also applies. But if that woman is playing supplementary role to the king, then he becomes the Obahima, or what we say, Queen
Baga.
Mother are the people who are bestowed with the power to select who becomes a king in a community. So when you are a king mother, you hold that position, that title, to select who will succeed a king when the seat became vacant in our culture.
Thank you very, very, very much. So these are some of the most enlightened people in the state of the United States of America.
So,
Amber, are you there?
Yeah. Well, yeah. As I'm back now, I see. I'm almost getting the feeling somebody will want this to continue trying to get be a hindrance here. No, but I'm sorry for the interruption. We're having thunderstorms here in Spring Hill that's probably interfering with the reception. But yes, getting back to the book, and right here, on the first few pages, you you resonate with remembrance. The title is remembrance. Could you just talk about Could you talk and you resonate with remembrance, tying in a bit of history of African, Ghana history, European history, and the United States. So can you just talk about the importance of remembrance and what we were talking about here in your first chapter?
Okay, so great. One would appreciate the book much better when you read the first book, which actually introduced this very second book. That is the cry and the lamentation from the ancestors. Now, that book tells us that when our people, that book, this was the sort of myth, lies being told about African people, our culture, our tradition, and colonization, and then that kind of deliberate attempt to distort who we are, our history, and so on and so forth. And then that also made the assertion that during that period of slavery and so forth, several millions of our people were taken from the motherland and taken to different parts of the continent, and so on and so on and so forth. So our ancestors were hoping that a day will come that we will return back to the motherland. So when you read that book, it tells you that we are in the state of awakening, that a day is coming that you're going to return. So the book is telling us that if you read that book, then you will remember that, first of all, you belong to a group. And then you are separated from that group due to that separation, be it voluntarily or involuntary migration from the continent to different parts. So if you remember who you are as a person, then the best thing that you need to do is to find the group that you belong to and then return. So technically, this very book, the echoes, from the motherland deals with 5 hours. 5 hours. The 5 hours, one is the remembrance. The second is a return. If you remember who you are, you return back to the group.
Yes, sir.
When you return, you get to know that this is the state of affairs. This is the state, what they have been done to hurt my people, my land, my culture, and so forth. So all of us, we need to repair ourselves. The brain drain, brainwashing, lies told to us, we need to recorrect ourselves. No, listen, this is who we are before you were taken. We come back to ourselves. And then the fourth house, you have to reclaim who you are. That is where you go about claiming your name, going to you're having your naming ceremonies and several families and so forth. You now belong to that family. Then remember that at the initial stages, we are talking about Nana, royalty, and so forth. Naturally, we are kings and queens and then royals. So when you return back, your royalty, you return to your royalty. You are not only just reclaiming your name, but you're also reclaiming your royalty. And that set up to restore, and that complete the 5 hours in the book. So a cry and lamentation, Echo is the follow-up book to the cry and lamentation from our ancestors.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. So therefore, the naming ceremony that we experienced, and when I was given the name Kobina Mensa, yes. That was my way of returning home and remembering who I am. And oh my goodness, this is good. And I recommend that I recommend everyone, we need to take a pilgrimage and back over to Ghana so that we can all remember who we are. So important. But then I also now turn to to page 6 and particularly page 7, where we read, and I'll just read a paragraph. It says, years after the George Floyd riots and our national reckoning, we continue to witness explicit attacks on teaching of critical race theory, as well as, more. And like, I'm like, this author is like right in my backyard, and you're writing. My brother from another mother sounds like, my brother is right down the street. But so yeah, you want to just talk about that as you it's almost as though you are aware of the struggle that that still exists as it relates to slavery, post-slavery, education, globally. Could you just talk a little bit about that?
If I get your question, okay, so I've been in the dungeons and also working in the education, in the tourism space for close to 2 decades. And we have had the chance to do several research with several of our brethren who had returned to the motherland. And also, of course, we made a conscious effort in trying to get into what is happening around the globe, especially in the United States of America. So as we say, the world is now a global village. We do our best to address with the current trends, what is happening now, especially to Black Africans, Black people, people of color, Africans, all over the world. So that in itself shaped the right thinking. Yeah.
I lost it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good. Yeah, good.
Okay,
So
we got you now. Go ahead.
yeah, so that is what shaped how the book came up. Technically, I am trying to put it that if we are to remember who we are not only just to remember the greatness and so on and so forth, but we need to also make time to remember the crime being perpetrated on a Black African everywhere. I am not saying that we don't have some of these brutalities happening in Africa. That is not the story. But I am drawing the global attention for what over the years has become a perpetual and continuous crime, deliberately, not accidental. So if you look at the book, I did say that if you looked at the several years of atrocities that have happened, and I was able to put them across, that is not just a coincidence. It is a deliberate fraud and so forth. Why is it that if it is accident, then we said that George Floyd issue should have ended. But after George Floyd issue, several of these had happening, and then several brutalities is been happening in the Black communities and so on and so on and so forth. So if we are remembering who we are and putting this side by side, our greatness or the great African history, what we know in the past, that we need to remember not partial, but we need to have a holistic remembrance or something that is going to put us at a glance that we can able to get the picture what the world is doing against Black people.
Excellent, 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 excellent. And just going back to just going back, yes, sir, Bob. Hold up for a second. So just going back to the George Floyd incident, this is kind of like the impetus and how even Life and Lifeline kind of got started, and published also a document called the book of life. And as I was reading your book, I could not help to see the correlations in resilience and faith and in recovery that we talk about in the book of life as well. And so now I believe and some of the authors that are in that help put together the book of life are on this morning, and I do believe we're going to have to now come out with a book of life too.
Great.
And add to the story. But once again, before I do turn it over to Baba, and when we say Baba here in this community, he's also the founder of the African American Heritage Society of East Pasco. That's our elder. He's one of our elders. You said pay. And I do remember just recently Ghana apologized for their role in the Atlantic slave trade, and also promoted that we get some sort of reparation, some sort of money or compensation as a result of it. Reparations.
Yeah, President Mahama, yeah. Reparation, yes.
And
I
know that Ghana just apologized for their role in the Atlantic slave trade and are promoting reparations. Is that correct?
So it is not a matter of Ghanaians are apologizing for the role that we played in the slave trade and so on and so forth. That is not the story. Okay. Now the story needs to be situated properly so that when you are approaching it, you understand what is it.
Okay.
We are talking about crime committed against certain people. Okay. Now, when you take advantage of somebody being ignorant, you cannot turn around and say the person should apologize because that he was a victim and so on and so forth. No, people were manipulated. I keep always educating people who want to appreciate the history of the Atlantic slave trade to look at the genesis of the story. There is no way. You can do your own research. If you get my book, Cry and the Lamentation, it's clearly spread out. There is nowhere on the record which says that when the European had not visited on our land, Africans were capturing Africans, selling them across the oceans. It's never happened. Let's get it in the first place. We need to understand as Black people, as Africans, as the global story that Atlantic slave trade, just like the Arab slave trade, was something that was orchestrated, planned, executed, and that is why they use the Black Code, they use the Bible, they use to legitimize it. You get it. So let us understand. This is the book I am talking about. Maybe you saw it while you were here. A Cry and the Lamentation from the ancestors.
I saw that one
too. So it talks about chronicles from the Africans' untold stories. Now here, I tried as I can to heal, to put some of the stories that they are deliberately distorted, misinformed. Listen. We cannot allow people who had committed this crime against us to write stories for us to believe that their narrative is correct, but ours is wrong. You don't do that anyway. You don't do that anyway. Now, you see, the story is told similar themselves. If you want to believe the story is appreciated. The story is appreciated.
Regarding
hold on for 1 second. Let me just see if I can mute someone here.
Because the United States, it's already illegal.
Could you all mute yourself? The ones who are not talking.
Yes, everybody can please mute your microphone.
Section 301.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm saying that a story is best understood when it's coming from the people themselves.
Yes, sir. That's good.
All right. So that is what I want to say for
now.
So there are different kind of narrative and so forth. Now we cannot say that Africans never participated in the Atlantic slave trade. They play a role. But at whose whims and caprices were those rules carried out? Okay, now if you looked at, you see, let me say this differently.
Okay, and we got to turn it over to Baba Asakili because he's trying to get in.
Okay, let's go. So
yeah. Go ahead.
Quickly. So when somebody wants to get closer to you or want to get within your circle, you will definitely going to use one of your own people to get closer to you, right? That is where we call it the brainwashing, menticide, and so forth. People were being used based on the race, blah, 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 telling you that, listen, based on your ethnicity, based on your beliefs, and so on and so forth, you are better than this, blah, blah, and so forth. So that become a conduit somehow that people use to capitalize on it, to carry on a whole lot of stuff, and so on and so forth. So we can look at the several phases that we can appreciate how transatlantic slave trade was actually made to manifest, made to stay, made to thrive for several centuries and several decades, and so on and so forth. But I think that we don't have my time, but maybe in our subsequent engagement, we can expatiate on that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We definitely, I'm looking forward to it. Nana. Baba Asakili.
All right. Welcome. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. I have a little simple question for you guys this morning, and that question is, you guys are Christian. I wanted to know, is it a modern Western type of Christianity that y'all are practicing, or is it a African-centered form of Christianity that you are practicing, and how does it interfere or interface with the indigenous African religions?
Okay, so to begin with, we are spiritual beings. We are spiritual beings. And then when you talk of religion, it is, our understanding is like, I mean, institution being formalized by people. But every person have a direct link with the creator and so on and so forth. So we are connected to the universe, connected with the Almighty. So it's not like European came here and introduced her to Christianity, introduced into that and so forth. These were beliefs and systems that lived with us long ago before they came. So Christianity, it is not something new to us. Christianity is a sort of belief, values, and so on and so forth. So if you share those values, it cuts across religion. Do good, don't hurt your neighbor, love your neighbor. All these are values shared across. And African traditional religion or Christianity or Islam and so forth, never. Talk about all these values. So it is a value that we shared it across.
Okay, thank you. Somebody else may have a question, so thanks.
Thank you, Baba. That's an excellent question. Anyone else? Oh, now this is your time. We can unmute yourself if anyone has any questions on the presentation or anything that you have heard or anything that that you may have on your heart that you may want to share with the King and his delegation on this morning. Now is the time. Reverend Dr. Russell.
I had to unmute myself. Sorry about that. I do have a question. This has always been challenging in my ministry. If you would help us, Your Highness, to understand the myth that we were fed here in America, that our ancestors from Africa were savages, had no idea what Christianity and what love of God really was, that you were idol worshipers and all of that kind of stuff, ran around and grass seats and all of that kind of stuff. Could you give us the reality of what really took place in Africa while we were here in America being subjected and enslaved and mistreated and all of that kind of stuff? What was really going on in the motherland with our ancestors?
Now, first, our belief in the Creator, belief in Almighty God, it is way back. We are born with it. We believe in nature. We believe in God and so forth. Now, I would like to show you something here. If you have been to Ghana, we have a symbol here, we call it Jinyami, right? Jinyami, yeah. When you see the fabric His Majesty is wearing, there is this sign, right?
Mhm.
This one, we call it Jinyami. This is ancient symbol that have been with us long ago, before European came. Now, means that the supremacy of God.
Yes, yes, I love that symbol.
Supremacy of God. Okay, so we believe in the supremacy of God. We believe in who our Creator is. If you look at our names are embedded in the days of creation and so on and so on and so forth. So these are beliefs that we live with it. However, with the coming of the Europeans, they fail to understand what we are communicating. So they seem to be introduced towards a new concept, or a concept that we know already. So Christianity and so forth is not something new to us. That's what I'm saying. It's not new to us. It is something that we've been practicing in a different form. Okay, in a different form. So maybe if you are a Hindu, or you see geographical location where you find yourselves may determine the approach that we will use to adore your Creator and so on and so forth. And that is the difference. But basically, if you look at in terms of the concept and then the approach, we are basically doing the same thing. Always maybe from different approach or different perspective and so on and so forth. But technically, we are doing the same.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I really do too. And I was blessed while I was over there to get a shirt made with the supremacy of God on it. Thank you, Reverend, for that question. Anyone else have a question? I see my dear, I cannot go no further. I see a person who's dear to me and who God, talking about the supremacy of God. I know you sent him to help save my life. I'm talking about literally my fraternity brother, but also my organ donor. He did the unselfish thing and donated his left kidney to me about 16 years ago. Mitchell Sharp, Nunu 03. I see that he's on. You got anything to say, brother Sharp? Any question for His Highness?
No questions, good brother. Just wanted to say good morning to my brothers and sisters, and let me take myself off the screen as well. I'm in Ohio, getting my little workout on, and just listening in. Great information. Appreciate His Highness, and continue blessings to all on the call.
Good.
You're up there at the Grand Congress.
Yes, sir. Yes, Q. I'm up in Ohio at the conclave.
We'll say travels, but say travels. Anyone else? You want any questions? Dr. Bob, any questions?
I just have a comment, Dr. Ailes. First of all, thank you all so much for joining us. Dr. Ailes shared pictures and testimonial on his visit with you all over there in Ghana, and it's wonderful to have you all joining us from over there. This has been a journey. I started the Lifeline teleconference with Dr. Ailes and others 6 years ago, in March of 2026. And Dr. Ailes championed this and took it over as the black swan to carry it forward into the future. And here we are today. So I'm just grateful that this has continued, and I'm grateful for your brother, Dr. Ailes Sharp, who donated his kidney. And you've been a great blessing and a brother in Christ over the last 6 years to have in my corner in life. Thank you all for being here with us.
Thank you.
Amen.
So So now, what is it that we now can do here to build this bridge? I want to perpetuate the bridge from U.S. here to Ghana, there in Elmina. What is it that we can do? How can we further build this bridge, Your Highness?
Greetings, everyone. Once again, I know we have a lot of distinguished gentlemen and women on the podcast, so we thank you for inviting us. I'm originally from New York, if you remember. I've been here now for 30 years. And when you ask the question, what is it that we can do? What can we do together? We can help one another in so many ways. Number one is you just finished going over the book, and go into those books because they are definitely exposing the untruths that have been told to us for so long to make us hate one another or just be afraid to talk and communicate to one another. So it's very important that you have this podcast that we can talk these kind of communication. We have many projects here. One of our major projects, as you know, is education. So we have an educational sponsorship program where we sponsor our children's education, their tuition, their uniforms, books, and feeding fees, and even their transportation to and from school. So that's one of our number one projects. And as we are going and continuing our palace that you stood in front of, the palace is about 75% incomplete, and we are still trying to complete that because the room that you came to was a small palace room. And we now have the space enough to hold up to 200 people. However, we need to roof it, floor it, and do the interior structures of it, the bathrooms and all that, lighting. So we're looking forward to getting that done. We have a contribution funds. If anybody would like to contribute towards that or the educational fund, we have more open arms to you. How we can also in return assist you is that anybody who's dealing with any type of afflictions or situations concerning their health, we're proud to hear that you had your kidney donated and still standing and kicking it strong and traveling. Any of those folks that want to know about African medicine and our healing systems over here, as you know, we have the original God's plan of medicine is still in our hands. We have many different types of healers for many different situations. So please come forward and let us share your information so that we can also lead you into the right direction. Sometimes we can even send medicines. We can make sure that people who travel over here, we put it in their suitcases and they administer, send it back to you in safe hands. So we're opening up these networks. We're opening up these networks to share with our family and friends all over the world.
Also, thank you. So again, another way that we also will need assistance is we also open or operate a small tour business. So a tour business. So if you have anybody who want to visit Ghana, you can connect them through us. So we are even encouraging you that on your next trip, we can put a package, a tour package for you together. Then you come with a group, with your people to come and witness the community and so on and so forth. All these are one of the ways that we can use to generate revenue, income, resources to fund the community, the kids, and so on and so forth. Because each passing day, we have a lot of people approaching His Majesty for various kinds of assistance and various kinds of help. So it is a number. So this is one of the surest way that we can assist anybody who want to visit Ghana. We do a tour package for you, and then the revenue and donation can be made to the village as well. So we encourage you to put a tour together in the few coming years.
Yes, absolutely. I am encouraged. Also, could you also put your the link in the chat on how if someone wanted to donate, they can go ahead and donate. All they would have to do is just click on that link if you don't mind. Also, Reverend Judith. Reverend Judith is our international reverend as well. I don't know here or whether she's in Palestine today. Where are you right now, Reverend Judith?
I'm in the US right now, and I'm so happy to see Your Highness and everyone on this Zoom today. I was late in coming, so unfortunately I didn't hear your wisdom teachings. But I have a lot of questions, but my foremost question in my heart right now for you is, I know there's a really strong Pan-African movement, and I know that President Traore in Burkina Faso is very strong in his advocacy for that. My teacher, Melodoma Some, is the late great shaman from Burkina Faso. So I have a link there. I don't know much about Ghana, but I'm just wondering if you have any connection.
Oh my goodness, you are in the right place.
So we are ready. We are ready to put out a package so you can have experience to Ghana, and then Burkina Faso is up there, right? It is it is above Ghana, so you can experience all those places, Ivory Coast, Togo, Benin. We can put a package for you to explore all these places for you to understand and appreciate West Africa much better.
Yeah, so you consider yourself kind of the same kind of approach to the indigenous religion of Burkina Faso. I know that Howard Thurman once said that the deepest and most profound, the oldest and the most cultivated religions came from West Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, I know there are many approaches to religion in West Africa, but I just wonder if you see yourself as the same, you know, because there's so many forms of Christianity, for example, you know, that it's hard for us to even wrap our mind around that.
First of all, Ghana is a secular state. We have different religions and so on and so forth. And then you have right to practice your religion, whatever you want to do, except that you're not going to confront or going to conflict or going to conflict with other people. So Ghana is, it is not. We are separate, like I said. So whether you are we have Muslims, Christians living together. We have traditionally Christians, Muslims living in the same community. So it is open.
And there's even a Jewish community in there as well, as I was there. Am I right?
Yes, correct.
The Hebrews.
The Hebrews, yes. We have Hebrew community. A lot of people all over here. So,
just also to let you know that we are very familiar with Malidoma Some's works, his books, a lot of his practices that he taught and teach. We have those very same practices here. We have our shrines. We have the same traditional cultural practices here. And this is what we were talking about, where the religions adopted from these practices of spirituality. So they are also still with us. We practice them and we keep up with that as well.
Yeah, like in our country, the indigenous religions of the Lakota people and the Iroquois and so many of our indigenous tribes, they continue to practice their spirituality, still a lot of them very secretively, because there's still a lot of prejudice against them in our country from organized, quote unquote, religions. So it's really heartening to know that you practice your indigenous traditions and there isn't any conflict with the religions.
No conflict at all. No
That's
conflict at all.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Excellent. We are at the 10 o'clock hour. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. So, shall we extend it 5 minutes or 10 minutes? This episode, I would all like to ask. Is that all right? Okay. Let's send it 5 or 10 minutes. Go ahead, Your Highness, and then also Rabbi Becker. I see Rabbi Becker has been on the seat of edge of his seat for a little bit. You were saying,
so we don't have conflict at all. There are various homes during Christmas period or during Easter. We have Muslims going to Christian home having a feast. When it is Ramadan or the period of sacrifice for the Islam, you have Christians going to Islamic family having a feast. When it is traditional festival, we have everybody participating. So that is the beauty of it. I mean, religion doesn't necessarily strongly define it, but it actually brings us together as people. And that is the beauty of religion in Ghana, and for that matter. Yeah, we are very close, regardless of whatever you believe in and so on and so forth. Like I said, so far as it doesn't conflict or doesn't hurt someone's religion and so forth, we are okay. We are good to go.
Thank you so very much for that response. Rabbi Becker.
Yes, thank you so much for such an inspiring and informative morning. I've really gotten a lot from this, and I preach to many how much more we have in common than what separates us. And today's program proves it even more, that we can take each other's traditions, and it all boils down to the same thing, righteousness and respect, and looking out for other people, and sharing very much more than we have differences. And where we do have differences, it's just wonderful to know about them and to help incorporate them into our everyday lives. And I'm particularly interested in what you said about Hebrews being in Ghana, and I'm going to look into that a little bit more myself. So once again, I appreciate it so much. Thank you. And I hope that we'll be able to continue this discussion with our new friends.
Thank you.
And now we have some youth that are on. Ms. Henderson, do we still have of our youth that are on that may have a question or may have a response? Evelyn Henderson?
No, most of the folks have left that would possibly have had a question. So, or maybe didn't have a question, but thank you.
Okay, thank you so very much. Anyone else have a question before we close? And I'm going to give the closing remarks to His Highness.
I have a question.
Sure.
I'm just curious. My nephew's been in Ghana for some years, and he's built a school there. And I was wondering if they were aware of him. His name is Diallo Sumbri.
I know. Yes, we know Diallo. He's in the Accra area. He's doing a lot of wonderful things. He's been down here naming ceremony. He did a DNA rebuild with us and his large group of people. They got their DNA rebuild in our community right here in Itri. We know Diallo very well. He's doing great things. He's also an school king.
Yes, he's trying to get me to come. He says he's going to drag me there.
As we said, we have a tour company, and our Sankofa Impact Tours is open to you to help anybody on the platform. We will try to get it posted to you through Reverend and make sure that you have all our information. And maybe Reverend himself can start one of the tours.
Thank you.
Well, the Lifeline tour. Yes. How about that?
That sounds
If you can
beautiful.
get me,
How
if you
about
can
that?
get me, I
I mean,
don't like to
we have the
fly.
board members, some of the board members
Yeah.
are here now. How does that sound? Seriously.
Beautiful.
It's
That is
Lifeline.
good, but
Tour. You already described it and wrote it down.
It's a great
It's a wrap.
opportunity.
Let's get it going.
All right.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Lifeline.
I guess I gotta do it.
Excellent.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Your Highness, Your Majesty, would you take us out with the closing blessing and the prayer? And let us not. This does not have to be the last time. This is just the first time of a continuation. Building bridges. Akwaba.
Okay, then as our courtesy demands, I'm going to do that in French and it will be translated to you. Are you okay?
Yes, that's okay.
Yeah. Na nanom nka ho no ho. Yenyim. Da wenyi ha wo no ho. Na hen yetse mpo ye ya dzekor.
May the ancestors continue to guide you, protect you. Though you are not here, but we felt in our spirit that you are here with us together.
Yerebɔ mpae nso dɛ mbrɛ kakra mu no yɛbɛnya nnuanom a ɛnyɛ ho n'akasa wabɛka hɛn ho wɔ ha.
It is our hope that in the few coming years or a few years, months to come, we will be able to bring most of your people down on the platform to visit our community. So together, we continue to inspire and share our story to the rest of the world.
Nti yɛhwɛ dɛ yɛbɛtum yɛatena fam yɛdzi dɛm nkɔmmɔ yi mbrɛ kakra mu.
So our doors is always open. Let us know whenever you are having any difficulty with regard to the conversation that we had or any other plans. We will be glad to assist you whichever way that we can.
Na nanom nka ho sɛ dɛ bɛ wɔnye hɛn nsɛm wɔnye hɔn nsa.
May the ancestors grant all your ways, continue to protect you, answer all your prayers, the illnesses, whatever should be taken away, good health, live long life, healthy. We want to see you the next few days, next month, next year, stronger, healthier, smiling and living together. Medasi. Thank you.
Madai. Ashe. Blessings
We
to
are
you.
happy to be a part of the Lifeline family. Thank you for welcoming us to the family. We should stay connected to the Lifeline family. Thank you. Thank you, Bishop.
Thank you all so much for joining us. We look forward to having you back here.
Blessings to you all. Thank you.
We're going to need to order some more copies of the book Echoes from the Motherland.
Great.
Blessings.
We are ready. Let us know when you are ready. We'll see them to you.
Amen. Ashe.